No, I didn't.
Okay, good. No problem. I understand you're at school, so I
Sorry.
think it's alright, man. It's alright. Let's go ahead and So, do you remember about Luisa and was Daniel that he used to work for a bank when he was a kid, and the turning point that we were talking about yesterday? That you said your turning point is going to be maybe in August, right? And did you think about your turning point? What could be the most important thing or the most important event this year for you? What could be your turning point this year? Maybe going to the States or maybe going to Canada?
With me a second. It's my sister that is
Okay, good. No problem. It's alright.
ignoring.
It's okay, man. It's alright.
Okay. Now.
Okay, good. So I was asking you about your turning point. Do you think your turning point for this year is going to go to the States or going to Canada? Do you think that's going to be one of the turning points for you?
Yes. The thing that I said yesterday. That's um. Those are my 2 points.
My two
What was
turning
it?
points.
My two turning points.
Yes, I wanted actually I knew that that was your turning point, but I wanted to reinforce the expression my turning point because basically it's not really common here in Colombia listening or basically you cannot hear someone say my turning point is going to be this one or that one. That is basically deep English, so I want you to practice that one. Okay, so we're going to take a look at some adverbial clauses of time. That sounds like it's scary, so don't be afraid. He's not that difficult. Okay,
Uh,
so
okay. Okay.
yes, so here comes a little bit of English and Spanish, right? So can you read this one, and we can go ahead and read the example, and if you can read this one in Spanish if you want to. So how do you pronounce this?
By the time.
By the time. Yes, time is a very explosive sound. Time, by the time. Okay, so I'm going to read it first and I want you to follow the same pronunciation. I didn't ask you about your accent. Did you or do you or will you like to speak American accent with an American accent or with a British accent? I'm not sure.
Oh no, no, American.
Okay, yes. Yeah, British is kind of hard, but I can assure you I don't speak British English. So if you have some like if you want to have some influence on British English, I need to give you some links so you can practice and everything. But universally speaking, American is the language of communication. You know. So
Yeah, yeah.
by the time I graduated, so the pronunciation is graduated. By the time I graduated, I had already found a very good job. Look at the very, you know, the V sound. So go ahead from here. From here, let's go here. By the time,
I read. Okay.
could you?
By the time
Mm-hmm.
I graduate, um,
Tit
I
in
had
the
already.
past. I graduate. Sorry for the interruption. By the time I graduated, the pronunciation, the ending is id. Graduated. Graduated. Okay.
Graduated.
Yeah, just
Yes.
that's correct. By the time I graduated, go ahead.
Okay. By the time I graduated, I had already found a very good job.
Yeah, so it says that it's an action before another action. So by the time that person was studying and was trying really hard at school, that person already found a job, a very good job. So that is called a clause of adverbial thing. Okay, tip. So here comes had plus participle. Yes, I had already found. So this is which grammatical tense is this one? Do you know? Is it present perfect, past perfect, future perfect? What do you
Mm.
think it is? This one. I had already found a very good job.
Yes, yes. I took some class about that.
Oh, that's great. So tell me what it is.
Uh, what the
This one. I had already found a very good job. So which grammatical tense is this one?
this is past continuous thing?
Past perfect.
Past perfect, yeah.
Yes, when you say continuous, that means that the verb goes in ing.
ing.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is the
sorry.
past participle. So I had already found. This is a little bit confusing for some speakers. I had already found. We don't really use it too much, but it's important. Okay, at the moment, let's go with exercise. Do the basically, yeah, with the statement number two, the moment. So, the moment,
Uh, the
sorry,
moment Emmanuel got married, he felt like an adult. Adult?
adult, yes.
Adult. Okay.
The moment Emmanuel got married, he felt like an adult. So it's something that happened at the time, that suddenly happens in a determined, well, that's in a specific point of time, and the two things happen at the same time. They happen together. When I got married, I felt wow. Well, I'm not married, by the way. It's just an example.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, at
okay.
the moment I got married, I felt a big responsibility, right? Yeah. Can you give me an example at the moment? So with let's go ahead with using. So as you can see here, this is which grammatical tense is this, and which grammatical tense is this, because they are basically the same one. This is. Do you remember?
The structure?
Yes. Which grammatical tense is this?
Uh, this is past.
Simple past
Past
tense.
perfect.
Simple past, right?
Simple.
Simple.
How many types of past are?
There are actually not too many, but we have present perfect, present continuous. Excuse me, we're talking about past. Well, basically, in present is the same thing. So just change the present for the past. Continuous. We have past perfect, past continuous, simple past, simple, and past perfect continuous. Past continuous. Sorry, I don't want to be past continuous, past simple or simple past, and past perfect continuous. That's it.
Okay.
And I think they are not that difficult to identify. They are really not that difficult to identify. Um,
Oh, I hope.
yeah, look at this. So past perfect is the this one, for example, I had. So you know that is past perfect because you have the subject had and the verb in past participle. I had found, okay? I had found. So past perfect continuous is the same thing. I had, for example, sorry about that. I had been, Jesus Christ. Okay, I had been. Always we use been and the verb in in present continuous. I had been looking for blah 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 blah. Have been looking for a new car, for example. I had been looking for a new car. Past simple is, for example, I got married. I got married. Sorry, this is past. I apologize. This is past perfect continuous. 1 second, please.
Oh,
Sorry. And past continuous is I was going to Australia.
past present continuous.
Yes. So don't worry. I'm just going to send them to you by your WhatsApp, so you can have them there. Look at my challenge. 35 days to learn French.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah, French has been a difficult language to me, so I've been trying to. I've been
how goes
trying.
your project?
It goes okay. The thing is, I just need to study hard, maybe until 1 a.m., maybe 3 hours. Okay, so it comes Oscar 1. Okay, so here is the thing. Okay, and I'm going to explain you why. Okay, that's mine. That's mine, actually. So, sorry. Let's see if I can go back. Okay, good. So passport, I don't know if you can see here. Just let me show you. Stop share, and I'm going to share you. I'm going to share you. Oh, Nathaly's here. I don't understand why Nathaly's here. One moment. I have another student here. Why? Hi. Hold on a second. I have two meetings at the same time. Wait a minute, but the class was at 8. One moment. Oh, sorry, I'm taking the class with Oscar. Okay, can we have Nathaly at the same time here? Oh, three
Yeah.
participants.
I don't have problem.
Nathaly, are you there? Okay. Nathaly?
She's muted.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh my God. Okay.
Sorry.
This is okay. No, it's okay. I mean, we can have the class. I didn't know you were here. I thought our class was at 8 p.m. But okay, that's okay. You can
No,
take the class.
7, no?
Just
No, 8 p.m. Sorry.
no, it's okay. No, you can stay here. Hey, stay there, okay? Nathaly, this is Oscar. Oscar, this is Nathaly. By the way.
Yes, at 8 p.m. But 7 p.m.
No.
I have a class maybe at yes, sorry.
No, it's okay. I was pretty surprised when I saw your picture. I was like, okay, she's here. But the thing is, how did you get to this meeting? You didn't have the link. With the previous link?
Yes, the previous link.
Okay, good. This is going to be interesting because we can have you guys have the same level, I think, so that's not a problem. So, Oscar, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, my name is Oscar. I'm 16 years old. I am in 11th grade. I hope being studying in Canada or United States the next year. And Santiago, it's helped me to find scholarship.
I actually have to do that right now. Okay, Nathaly, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, please?
Okay, I am Nathaly. I am 31 years old. I am teacher, but microbiologist. I sorry, my mom is here.
Okay, don't worry. Say hello to her.
Thank you.
Hola, hola. It's okay. This is going great. I didn't expect to have you in class.
Tell me food.
Yeah, that's why we love moms, right? That's why we love them
Yes.
so much. It's like, mommy, my food is here. Okay, good. And so
And
microbiologist.
I am practice English because I need to present the IELTS because I will apply to a scholarship for my PhD.
Oh.
This is all.
Basically, that's it, right? So you guys are chasing scholarships. That's great, and because well, Nathaly, she wants to continue with her studies, and Oscar, he wants to go ahead and get a scholarship to study his college. We call it college, university in the United States or in Canada. Okay, guys. So Nathaly, can you see my screen? Yes, I think she can. She's actually getting here. Okay, at the
Yes.
moment. Okay, no worries, Nathaly. So this is what we're gonna do. We're going to study a little bit of this lesson. It's basically an intermediate lesson, and then we can go ahead and continue with 30 minutes of IELTS class. And I think this is going to be very productive for Oscar as well. Do you guys agree? Do you find it okay, Oscar?
Yes, I agree.
Okay, good. So the next one. Oh, by the way, in English we say I agree. Yes, I agree. That is perfect
I
English.
agree.
That's right. I agree. Okay, good. So let me just stop sharing this one, and I'm going to go back here to my previous one. I'm going to go here. Okay, sharing. Okay, guys. So Nathaly, just to get you familiar, we were just having some examples here at the moment, right? For example, the spotlight. The moment Emmanuel got married, he felt like an adult. And I don't remember what I was about to do, but Oscar, can you give me an example with this expression, the moment?
Um, in at the moment that Nathaly arrived to class,
Yeah.
I felt good.
Okay, good. So it was a good
uh,
connection. So at the moment, thank you for that example. Nathalie got or arrived to class. I felt good. It felt good. Okay. And Nathalie, are you still eating, or can you just give us an example, please?
Okay, I try to give an example.
Okay. The moment. Uh huh.
Um, the moment Oscar got travel,
Mm-hmm.
he felt like free, no, like a
Like
bird. I don't know.
like a bird. Yeah. So the moment Oscar traveled for his first time or traveled to another country, he felt like a bird. He felt like free, or he felt like a free person. Yeah, that's right. Before. So before it means before at the moment that the other thing happened. For example, before I finished high school. So the pronunciation here is finished. Before I finished high school, I had already learned the importance of studying, right? So in this case, Oscar, do you remember this grammatical tense? Is it present perfect, past perfect? What could it be here?
This is past perfect, no?
That is correct. So actually, I'm going to teach you something. I'm going to teach you something. Conjugate the verb go. For example, I want to teach you something here. Conjugation of the verb go. So how do you identify that? For example, here you have present. Here you have past. I go in present. I went in the past. Present continuous says I'm going, right? Present perfect, I have gone. Future, I will. Future perfect, I will have gone, right? Past continuous, I was going. Past perfect, I had. This is the one that we are studying tonight. This one, okay? I had gone, you had gone, you see? So had all the time, and then the third column of the verb. Okay, so this is a very good tool when you have some questions about conjugation, right? Okay, so that in other words, this is basically the grammatical tense past perfect. Okay, let's go back here. So I want to clear it up. Before I finished high school, simple past, I had already learned the importance of studying. Okay, so I want you to give me another example. I know it's kind of tricky, but let's see what's going on. Let's go with Nathaly. Nathaly, give me an example with simple past and then you have past perfect here. Using before.
Before I finish the quarantine is okay?
Quarantine.
Quarantine. Before I finished quarantine, I had already learned the importance of travel.
Yeah, I love that one. You see, guys, a little reflection here. I can teach you English all days, that's not a problem. I can go ahead and teach you English, but this other break and this basically, this time it's a perfect time to reflect and to see that it doesn't matter if you have the best car in your garage, if you have the best suit, do you understand suit? The best suit of your life,
Yes.
right? The best tuxedo means you're smoking, tu traje de gala, tu tuxedo. Doesn't matter. Life is so simple. Sometimes it looks so difficult, but it's really simple. And it's just the fact that you need to appreciate food, time, and people and friends. That's everything. What do you guys think?
It's sweet tuxedo is.
Tuxedo is
Okay.
smoking, but in English we don't say smoking.
But you try to explain that about the smoking clothes or the importance of the tuxedo now or after.
No, I was saying that with this quarantine, it doesn't matter
Mm.
that you have money or the best tuxedo or the best iPhone or the best TV or the best whatever house,
Okay.
but it's simple. We just care about food, like the one that you're eating now. That's great. That's food. That's congratulations. That's food, and family and friends. I think that's all that matters. Yes, do you agree with me?
Yes, I agree with you.
Perfect, I agree with you. And Oscar, did you agree with me?
Mm, yes. Yes, yes.
Okay, okay. Before Oscar, let's go with.
Not at all, but yes.
Okay, good. Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about the quarantine time because, of course, after the quarantine, we need to chase our dreams. Do you guys understand? Chase our dreams. What means
What is the meaning of chase?
chase? Uh, do you know, Nathaly? Do you know what the meaning of chase is?
The
Okay,
class of shoes?
chase is this one, to chase our dreams. Yes, of
Okay.
course, chasing dreams. You need to chase the person that you like at school. Do you like someone in life? Chase that person. Don't worry, do it, okay? If you like a really beautiful girl and you like her and you think that you fell in love with her, do it. So that means chasing people, chasing people that you like, chasing people that you love. So, let's stop the being emotional. So, Oscar, what could be a good example with before?
Mm, okay. Before I finished high school, um, I had already my life project.
I have already set my life project because I have already and the verb I had already set my life project or established. You can use this word established or set your life project. Very good. Very good.
Okay.
Establish or set.
Uh,
What
Sure.
is set?
Go ahead. I have a question. Tell me, Nathaly.
what is that? Wait. Can you respond there to Oscar? What is
Absolutely.
that?
Sure. To set is to configure. Configure
What?
or to have clear to set is in this context because you can set your telephone, set the alarm clock, but in this case to set is to have clear in your mind. I want to set my life project. So in this context, set means to make a decision. You already know what is gonna happen. Okay? To establish means this one in Spanish, establecer, right? To establish, to configure in your mind. Okay, I want to do this. You have your plans ready. Okay.
And my question is, I have already learned is past participle?
It is past perfect, and I'm going to go back here.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, wait. I have a second question about
Sure. Go ahead, buddy.
it. Established is in past, and set is in past.
Established in present, established in past, and established in past participle.
And with set, what would be set in present?
In present is set, in the past is set, and in past participle is set. Okay, let's go here.
Thank you.
All right, let's go here. Established. Let's go with the verb establish.
And I have a question.
Sure.
When I started your class, how do you say, entrometerme?
Yeah, intromise. When you intromise, this is not intrometerte. No, this is not intromising.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
You talk about the eternity.
Ah, the turning point. Aha, yes.
And what turning it is girar? It's
You see, okay, good. That is something that Oscar is going to actually, actually tell you what means that. Okay, so what is the turning point? Turning point, Oscar. What is the turning point? We
The
learned that.
turning point is the moment when you have to take a decision. It's the decision that will change the future. Your future.
Yes, is an important, the turning point is an important or the most important decision in your life. So let's call it like the most important decision in your life.
Eternity.
Eternity.
Eternity. Turn.
Don't worry, let me just. Okay, good, thank you. To turn in. Well, actually, we can actually, just to answer that question, I can go back here, turn in, and I can open up here a word reference, and I can give you some examples with turn in, which is really great. Okay, let me just clear all these drawings, and this is English to Spanish. Let's go English to Spanish and to turn in. To turn in is a phrasal verb, basically, and I can give you some examples. To turn in is this in Spanish, but let's take a look at the to inform, right? For example, she knew her brother had committed a crime, but she refused to turn him in, right? So to turn in is to give to someone, like, do you know the situation that is happening or facing out in Venezuela at the moment? That the government from the United States is actually giving a big reward of $15 million to someone who turned in President Maduro.
Yes.
Yeah, who turns in.
I read it.
Is also set on an important decision.
No, that is the turning point. That is different. Turning point. This is what.
If you could translate the thing that she said.
The turning point, right?
No.
Yes.
Turning point, I understand, but turning.
Turn it in it.
Yes.
Okay, that one is basically. It depends on the context, but hold on, let me just see the chat again. I think turn it in means. Can you give me the specific scenario, or where did you see it?
Okay, because there are two apps for the students at university. One, the name of the app is Turning Point, and understand because an app
really
for the students.
Okay.
And the platform and the virtual platform, other platform in the university has Turnitin, that is on another app.
Okay.
For students.
That is correct.
But I don't understand because what is the difference between
them? Okay, good. So I'm just gonna give you the translation for turning. So I'm going to share. I'm going to stop sharing. Hold on. Stop. I'm going to share. I'm going to share you my whiteboard. I think it's pretty clear here, and I'm going to put it here, and I'm going to clear all my drawings, and I'm going to change color. Okay, so I'm going to give you the translation for turn. Why is it red? I want it to have it black. Okay, turn it in. Right. So.
I send the I don't know the page in chat.
Okay, thank you so much. Turning point. Okay, the turning point could be here. Just let's double check here. Okay, good. Let's see that look. Let's have a look a little bit. Education with integrity. Yes, okay. Turn it in, right. Basically, it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple. I'm just gonna put it here. I'm just gonna close this tab. The translation here is like, I don't know if it has a tilde or no. Entregalo. This is one. Or, and turning point, well.
Okay.
Sorry if I make some spelling mistakes in Spanish. I haven't written Spanish for a long time. But if I make, for example, today I had I did this in Spanish, Peláez, and then she said no, it's Peláez with Z. So yeah, don't worry. It's just a turning point. Yes, the turning point, and for example, at this time for Colombia is the turning point. If we don't spend time on quarantine, we can spread podemos regarlo. We can spread the virus, everywhere. Yes, you know that. So, okay, good. You got it right, guys. So it's 7:34, and well, anyway, I'm going to what is it going on? Okay, I'm going to new share. I'm going to go my screen, and we're going to change a little bit the dynamic. Nathaly, if you want me to, I can send you this one. I can send you by email the material, so you can. Okay, chat. Okay, we're chatting today. We're on live. Okay, good. So we can go over a little bit of practicing for IELTS. Is that okay? And we're gonna go a little bit of what do you guys know about the IELTS. For that thing, I'm going to tell
I
me.
have a question.
Sure.
The IELTS, for example, now it's possible pay and present virtual.
That is a very good question, and to be honest with you, it is uncertain. I don't think it's possible at the moment. At the moment, now, if you pay it, it's not going to let you present the exam, but I think they are going to, to make some decisions about it. But the answer is no. You can pay it, yes. They can take your money from your bank account, yes, but they cannot allow you to present it online. Why? Because of, fraudulently, someone can present the exam for you. So at the moment, it is not possible to do that. However, Nathaly, I think if nothing happens in the next 2 or 3 months with the coronavirus, they are going to have that option. I think so. Okay, so let's go with the speaking sample. Just a second, please. I had it here on my favorite. Control H. I think I had it here. Just a second here. Here, this one. This is the one that I was preparing for. Nathaly, and basically we have some writing and some speaking test. Okay, and I want to get familiar. Basically, Oscar, I want you to get familiar with this. So for the IELTS speaking, the first part comes basically a general introduction. So you need to introduce yourself. Hi, how are you? Why is the reason you are presenting this exam? So some familiar topic. And then the second part, this one, is basically you have 1 minute to prepare, and then you need to speak between 1 and 2 minutes, or you need to speak for 1 or 2 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
So we did this exercise with Nathaly at home, so I think you are ready for that, aren't you? Are you ready? Have you been practicing?
Okay. Who is the person? How often you see each other? And what is the person does? Okay. Yes, I record. Record. I remember my family example is my mom.
Yeah, I remember that. Okay, so what if we have a different question, and we can do it together, because I want you to try a different question. So speaking part IELTS common questions 2. Speaking part 2. Sorry about the typo. IELTS common questions. Okay, good. Let's see if we have IELTS speaking part topic card. Okay, describe a museum, right? Okay, here. Describe your favorite photograph. Have you answered that question, Nathaly? This one?
Have your favorite photograph? Where's photo? Okay, no, I don't remember this. It's new for me.
Okay, good. Thank you for texting. Okay, good. So we're going to prepare this question, and it's going to be very interesting, because that's going to be Oscar's opinion, or Oscar's basically answer versus your answer, and that's gonna be interesting. Okay, so the question is, Oscar, can you read it, please?
Describe your favorite photograph.
Okay, can you read this until here, please?
I?
Yes.
Okay. First, where was the photo taken? And second, who took the photo?
Yeah,
Third, what can be seen from the photo?
that's right.
And fourth, explain why it is the favorite photograph for you.
Okay, so do you acknowledge the question? I mean,
Yes.
do you acknowledge?
Acknowledge.
So acknowledge means to understand in this case.
Yes.
Do you acknowledge the question? Okay. Right, so I'm going to give you 1 minute preparation, and hold on a second. I need to go over my mouse. Okay, 1 moment please. I'm going to open a new tab, and then you can wait a minute. I'm going to go with you in a second. Just a second please. Okay, stop watch. No, why did you take? Wait a second, where did I do? Okay, sure. Okay, hold on. Okay, this is the picture that you need to take a look. And we're gonna start at the count of 1, 2. Just a second, it's loading. 1 moment, please. Why is it loading? 1 second, please. Okay. So the question is, where was taken the photo? Blah 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 blah. Okay. You have 1 minute. Take notes, and we start at the count of 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So we have 1 minute to do it. And you need to talk for 1 to 2 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to drink some water. Thank you, guys. I'm feeling good now. Okay, time's up, guys. Actually, I spent a little bit longer than I expected. I had a really quick visit to the toilet, so but I'm here. Okay, good, guys. So, who wants to start? What do you think, Oscar? Ladies first, or shall we try with Oscar first? What do you guys think?
The ladies first.
Let's make a raffle. I'm going to teach you. I'm going to teach you a new word. In English, it's called a raffle. Do you understand raffle? Yes.
I know.
So this is a raffle, okay? I'm going to write down a number on my notebook from 1 to 10 to make it pretty fair. And the person who gets the number is gonna be the person who's gonna start, okay? So,
Okay, but I list my exercise. I'm ready.
Okay, but do you want to go first? Okay, I wanted to make it more interesting, but yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Raffle. Okay, good. So you have 2 minutes to talk, okay? Let's go back here. Are you ready? Let me just take 1 moment, please, and Nathaly, because I want to take a screenshot from here first. Remember, guys, that you need to answer the question. That is very important, and to support your ideas and to give us some examples. Okay, so this is the question. This is the question, and Nathaly, and basically you have the time here. Okay, good. I like it. I like it. Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
1, 2, and 3.
My favorite photo is I take it for me, and the photo is in Farallones of Sutatausa. It's near to Bogota. It's a panoramic photo, and for me is the favorite photograph because you can see the mountain range of Andes, and this is an important place in the past because the Muiscas suicided of this mountain because the Spain people, I don't remember, the Spain people killed they. Um, for me, it's an important historical moment, and I like the photograph because it's an emblematic place and is a representative to mountain range of Andes, and I like it, this photograph.
Okay. Stop. Okay, so it was 1 minute and 20 seconds.
Yeah, total.
It's alright, it's alright. Okay, good. Let's not bring down the motion, so I'm going to go with Oscar. Oscar, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Already.
1, 2, and 3.
Okay. When was the photo taken? Okay. I select the photo of the first man of the moon. The photo was taken in the moon. The photo was taken for Neil Armstrong, and sorry. The photo was taken for a crewman of the Apollo 11 on June 20 of 1969. In the photo we can see okay no we can evidence in the photo a historic step for the humanity because then
Don't worry. Explain why is the favorite photograph for you. Keep going.
okay, I selected because the photo transmit um, a good feeling because it means that the civilization has been grew up in the knowledge about the space and stuff.
Okay, good job. Okay, guys. So, congratulations. You both did a great job. These kind of questions are not that simple, even though they look simple. The thing is, talking or speaking for 2 minutes is not that simple, right? If you're expressing your ideas or if you're transmitting your ideas to someone, but no one is interrupting you, that is a little bit harder. Okay? So, Nathaly, how did you feel?
Good, but I forget some verbs in the past.
And you said, I forgot some verbs in the past. Right now, just right now, just like this right now. Okay, so every single question. Okay, the first statement. I'm going to write down some important information here on the whiteboard. And Nathaly, can I clear up the whiteboard, or do you need to write down something?
No, it's good.
Okay.
Board.
Okay, good. Thank you. So, I'm going to just write down some things. So, they don't care, or they don't mind, to be more formal, they don't mind your answer. I can pick up, you know what? My favorite picture, my favorite photograph, the one that I loved the most was the one that actually I took a selfie last year, and that's my favorite one. They don't really mind if you say that your favorite selfie or your favorite photograph is the one from your dad or the National Museum in New York. Okay, that doesn't matter. Okay, the only thing that they care about is the answer itself. If it's first, if you answer the question, Number 3, if your grammar is okay, grammar. Number 4, fluency. Number 5, pronunciation or stress of the words. Number 6, let's say pronunciation. Okay, and number 7, beginning or starting. Let's call it beginning. Let's call it starting. Supporting your ideas. And the last one is ending up your ideas. Okay, and by that I'm going to bring the example here. I'm going to move this one a little bit here, and I'm going to bring the question back here. Okay, hold on, that was not a good decision, sorry. Just gonna go back here. Okay, much better. Yeah, perfect. Loving can hurt sometimes. Okay, let's take a look at this one. The first one, I'm going to ask you, to all of you guys. I'm going to ask Oscar and Nathaly. Oscar and Nathaly, did you guys answer the questions?
I suppose that yes.
Yeah, you did it. Look at this interesting technique, Nathaly, that Oscar used. Oscar started to answer every single question one by one. That is okay. You can do it, because maybe if you start with a general idea, maybe you can be lost in a certain point. So that is a good technique, Oscar. Thank you. That was a good one. Grammar. And Nathaly and Oscar, how was your grammar?
But
I think that my grammar is good.
Okay. Well,
Maybe in the structure of some words.
exactly. So I have some. Okay, now fluency. Oscar, how was your fluency?
So
Yeah.
yeah, about 4.
And Nathaly fluency was much better. It was really good. Actually, indeed, it was good. So at this time, I know it's an international exam and your grammar has to be perfect, but guys, don't think twice. Just go ahead and talk. Go ahead and speak, because the examiner will appreciate the fact that you're trying to communicate. That is really good. Okay, so don't be so focused on your grammar like, oh my god, it's dead, or it was do, or it was that, or it was as, or it was gone. So the first step to have a perfect English is to talk a lot. When you were a kid, you are basically making a lot of mistakes, but you don't really mind about that. Stress the words. Stress means the intonation of the words. So for example, well, that is a very interesting question. Because in English, we stress the words a lot, right? Remember, Nathaly, that I told you that we use a lot of exaggeration and everything?
what is the question? What is the question?
Remember that I told you that in English we exaggerate a lot.
Yes, but I don't like exaggerate.
You are exaggerating right now. Oscar, how do you feel with exaggerations?
With the what?
Exaggerations. When you need to exaggerate something.
No, I don't mean the word. Can you write it?
Yes, absolutely. The word is here. Exaggerate. Exaggerate. Yes.
What is the translation?
It's very much. I don't remember. Maybe this is the center. I don't know. Is this the correct spelling in Spanish, guys?
Exagerar.
Yes, is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you. But like seriously, I apologize. My writing in Spanish, I mean my calligraphy, not my calligraphy. My spelling in Spanish is not the best one. Sorry. Exaggerate, right? So that means exaggerate. Okay. How do you feel exaggerating, Oscar?
¿Cómo me siento exagerado?
Yeah, the
No.
pronunciation, the stress of the words, for example. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, in English, we say, "Oh, that was true." In Spanish, you say, "That was true." But in English, we exaggerate a lot. Okay, so do you stress the words or you don't stress the sentences in English?
Okay.
Or
Yes, yes.
were you so flat? The opposite of exaggerate means flat. Flat. Do you understand
Mm,
flat?
I'm between that. I'm not so exaggerate, but I'm not so flat too.
Yes, you need to not to be so flat or not to be so plain. Pronunciation, I think both of you guys have a very good pronunciation, I think. Starting, so how was the beginning? Did you create a good empathy with the question, or in this case, did you create something interesting about that? Did you support your idea, or did you end up your idea in a pretty good way? That's a good question. So I'm just going to give you some grammar inputs. This is going to be for Nathaly. Nathaly, at the beginning, you said my favorite, and the pronunciation is
No,
favorite.
favorite. Yes,
Okay,
I forgot my favorite.
favorite. Yeah, my favorite was in the Suta. I love that place. I love it, and I know the story. Are you familiar with that story, Oscar?
Yeah. Sorry, can you repeat it?
Sure. Do you know this place, the place that Nathaly mentioned? This one? Have you been there before? Have you been to this place?
No. You
Oh,
sound like
the
about. You sound like
thousand.
about.
Excuse me, Oscar. Say that again.
This sound not good. I am listening you like about.
Okay. Sorry. Can you hear me better?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So this place is amazing, and I hope you have the chance to visit before something happens in the world. It's beautiful. What can you tell us, Nathaly, about this? So, what was the story about this? Indian people climbed. Do you understand the word climbed?
Right? Yes. I climbed the mountain,
Yes.
but sometimes.
Yes. Did you? Did you climb the mountain in Suta Tausa?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a beautiful place to go. Now I'm lost. I don't know
And
where am
stay
I.
only 1 hour to climb it.
It took 1 hour. Yes, 1 hour climbing. So Oscar, this is a beautiful place to go because here, look, Indian people climb the mountain here and they threw themselves, se lanzaban, they threw themselves from this hill and they suicide because of Spanish people wanted to change their religion. Okay? So that's a very
Okay.
interesting.
Beautiful religion.
They only believe in one God. Spanish people, they only believe in one God, and that is called that is polytheism. And Indians, they believe in the polytheism, which is different gods.
Yes, you know.
So they prefer to jump over this hill and to suicide before changing their religion. So that was something that Nathaly was saying. Beautiful story, Nathaly. Beautiful. When did you go to Suta? When was the last time that you visit Suta?
January 2nd, January?
Jan-
January 2nd.
yeah, January 2nd. Good.
Sorry.
Would you like to go that again? Would you like to visit that place
Yeah,
again?
I love the place. I like it.
Okay,
I
so
like it so much.
no problem. And you say, I took that picture myself, by myself. Nathaly said, I took that picture by myself. Okay. Another important thing that Nathaly said was near to. So do we
Hi,
see?
sorry.
You said you owe me San Rafaelos. Me des unos San Rafaelos. No problem. Do you know San Rafaelos? They are delicious.
No,
Mmm, delicious.
where
Yes.
is Ohio? Candies?
Yes. Do you know Oscar San Rafaelos?
No, I don't know. Now I know that is candy. Something about candy.
It's Italian chocolate.
Okay. Yes. And I talk near to, it's a horrible custom.
Yeah, it's a horrible, sorry, it's a beautiful. I was thinking about this San Rafaelo and I said beautiful. Yeah, it's a horrible expression.
Use near. Near to is wrong.
It's
a mistake.
incorrect. Yes, it is a mistake. So we say, basically, we don't say Oscar near to is incorrect. Near or nearby. And close to. So the police station is close to the gasoline station. The police station is nearby the gasoline station. And the police station is near the gasoline station. No near to. Never say near to. It's incorrect. Okay? And
Okay,
Spanish people, that's why that you say, oh, I forgot it. Don't say that, I forgot it. If you forgot it, don't say that. Oh, okay, I apologize. I wanted to say that. And the last one is Oscar. You said fillers. What is fillers? Do you remember, Nathaly, or what's fillers? Oscar, do you know what fillers is or fillers are?
Is to feel is
Fillers.
similar to feel.
It is kind of similar, but in English we call it muletillas, fillers.
Okay.
So in Spanish, of course, I do have fillers. You guys have fillers. Everybody has fillers, but the idea is to
My
avoid them.
finger is near to. Okay.
So in this case, Oscar, you can try to use some fillers like so. You know, that's interesting. That's interesting. As a matter of fact, to state your ideas. Because sometimes you're running out of ideas and you're like, oh my god, I don't know what to say, I don't know what to say, I don't know what to say, and then bingo, you say Okay, record yourself speaking English for 2 minutes and you can identify at least 3 or 4 times you're saying unconsciously. Really? Do I do that? Yes, because as Latin American people, we do that. We actually use so we need to avoid those fillers in English. So you can go ahead and find some fillers online, like so. You know, that's interesting. As a matter of fact, so you cannot use those fillers when you're speaking English. But basically, guys, you did such a terrific. Remember, terrific is good. You did such a terrific job today. You did it absolutely good. Do you guys have any questions for today's lesson?
No, I understand. Oh.
Homework. This is gonna be your homework. It's going to be pretty much simple. I want you to apply all the techniques that we studied today and at the following question. Hold on a second. Okay, good. We're gonna go here to another IELTS simulation. Okay. Share my screen. Okay. Okay, so this is going to be your homework. Describe an area of your country you know and like. I'm going to send it to you by WhatsApp, okay? Don't worry. I'm going to just take the
Okay.
picture and you can actually. Okay? And here you have Oscar.
Describe an area of your country you know and like. Where is it? What is the special features? What do you want to follow? This are explain. This is for now or my homework?
That could be your homework. That could be your homework. And remember, the most important homework that I have for you guys is to love English. How do you love English? Watching movies, reading books, talking.
I dancing class in English.
Oh, you have a really good, interesting, a dancing class in English. If you want, we can have a dancing class in English. We can have fitness class in English. I mean, I'm ready. Whenever you're ready, I'm ready. We can do it. Yoga, yoga class in English, fitness class in English, guitar class in English, piano lessons in English too, if you want to. No problem. We can go ahead and do that. English is everywhere. You just need to love English. That is basically your main homework, is to love English. That is your main homework. Okay, so guys, questions?
No, apart of the whatever thing I would no I should change.
Despite of the failure part, I think you need to be exposed and you need to talk a lot. For example, with these questions, and you need to do it for 2 minutes, because in 1 minute and 20 seconds you were like, oh my god, I don't know what to do. So I think you need to keep going. Talking to yourself doesn't mean that you're crazy. So sometimes you can, okay, think everything in English. Today, what I'm going to do today? Today I'm going to make my bed. I'm going to have a breakfast. Then I'm going to take a shower. Then I'm going to go for a walk with the dog if you have one. Okay, then I'm going to read an article in English. Then I'm going to study for my school. Then I'm going to take English class. Then I'm going to study French. Then I'm going to do this, that, and that. Okay, so try to think every time in English. Okay.
Okay.
So that's gonna give you the opportunity to speak more and more, and you can get longer conversations and longer statements as well. And well, basically, guys, that was it for today. Thank you very much for your time. It was really good to have you here in class.
Thank you.
And whenever you want to have class together, I think that's even fine. That's even great. You can practice together.
Thank you.
Sure. Yes.
I
Thank you
think
for
that could be cool.
in your class, Oscar.
No, you can communicate together. I mean, you can be. I mean, Oscar has classes usually like twice a week, like you, Nathaly. So maybe you can be together in class and you can exchange telephone numbers if you want to. I can, if you authorize me, I can just share your telephone number from each other, and then you can communicate and practice English. That's gonna be interesting.
No, but thank you. But it's important to correct or to your how do you say, your experience, and when you, because for example, I speaking with Oscar, suppose, but who correct us.
That's not a problem. That's not a problem when you are just talking to Oscar, and basically you can learn from each other, and then you can say, how do you say that word in English? And then you can look it up, and after doing the research, you can talk to me. It doesn't matter. As long as you practice English, that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just practicing. It's like when you're just playing or doing something, you can talk about life, or you can just share. Yeah, once a week, twice a week, that's okay. If you have time to do that, that would be great. Because that's part of a process. Communicating is part of a process. Practicing, making mistakes is part of a process. Okay, guys, thank you so much, and you have a fantastic evening, right? God bless you, and you have a good night too.
Okay, teacher, thank you.
Okay, Nathaly.
Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you for joining today. It was a pleasure. All right. Bye
Thank
bye.
you.
Take care.
Okay, bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.